On the 22nd of February 2016, WSB Television in Atlanta began this particular news story with the headline, "Bible Recovered Undamaged After Car Bursts into Flames." The article chronicled the story out of Memphis, Tennessee, the story of a man driving on State Route 385 eastbound when his Jeep Laredo was clipped by another vehicle, left the highway, and caught fire. A bystander named Eugene McNeil saw the burning wreckage and the trapped person inside, ran to the vehicle, and worked with a police officer and others at the scene to free the driver. Soon after the driver was extricated, the burning car exploded. Discovered, unburned on the front seat of the car, was this: a Bible. Almost immediately, the discovery was celebrated as a miracle. Eugene McNeil himself said, "That is God." On the internet, the story went viral. Not included in the report by WSB or any other news organization, apparently, was the question of why a benevolent and omnipotent God would remain silent and still as his precious child faced a horrible death by fire. Why all intervention was of a demonstrably non-supernatural nature. Why a divine hand didn't prevent the fiery crash in the first place. Why the other papers and articles that survived the fire weren't also celebrated as some kind of miracle. Why the driver still required medical attention for injury. Why over 500 Americans, many of them devout Christians, do not survive deadly car fires every year. Think of the Tennessee scenario like this. A human father witnesses a fiery car accident which involves his son. The father, a strong, capable man standing nearby, does not rush to the scene to rescue his child. Instead, he is content to do nothing while total strangers risk their own lives on the son's behalf. His injured child is taken to receive emergency care by trained physicians. The father then walks up to the debris, retrieves an unburned book from the wreckage, holds it up for all to see, and then receives only praise. If it had been a human father who was standing nearby and not intervened, while everyone else did, how would we feel about that man? And why do we feel so differently about a heavenly Father? What is our standard for goodness, for intervention, for miracles? Are we so desperate to find God in everything that we'll cry miracle about anything? And more tragically in cases like these, how often are the true heroes ignored? The brave bystanders, the paramedics and firefighters, the hospital staff, the decidedly earthly agents of intervention who put themselves on the line, but whose critical contributions are drowned out by the praises of the very God who allowed the accident in the first place, who let others do all the work, and who sat in the shadows without a discernible word, sound, or action. Perhaps the answer is simple. Perhaps there was no Father at the scene at all. And perhaps we should direct our praise toward the compassionate, brave men and women who actually deserve it.